How's it going? Dog23 Gaming here, and this is going to be the start of a new series that I plan on doing, which is a UFC career mode type of thing, where I make a character and I just go through and basically take y'all along every aspect of his career, like show you all the fights, maybe all the training. I'm not sure about that yet, but I just felt like this would be something fun to do. Now, I'm sure some of y'all are thinking, hey, UFC 2 just came out. Why don't you put out videos on that? Well, I don't have UFC 2. I'm sure I would love to have it. Seems like a really fun game, but I just don't have the money to get any extra games right now. So I have this game, so I figured why not play it and just show you guys how everything goes. And, hopefully make it a series that lasts a good bit. But right now what you're looking at is me creating my fighter. I don't know if I'm going to share the whole creation of it. Depends on how long I sit here and talk about it. But, yeah, I'm just making my person, trying to customize them and everything. I don't do game face because, my PlayStation doesn't have an internet connection where I'm at. So I can't download the game face or anything like that, so I'm just creating someone from scratch. And yeah, well, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to when I start my training. Here we go. I'm sitting here. Mike Dulce, or Dolce, however you pronounce his name, is telling me about getting ready to train for the Ultimate Fighter. So, of course, first drill, starting out with some punching combos on the heavy bag, which I really enjoy. One thing I found about this game is if you press the buttons too fast, it'll, I don't want to say delay your move, but if you press it too fast, it'll cancel the next move. So a couple of combos I'm pretty sure I mess up because I'm hitting the buttons trying to make it a fast combo, and it only picks up one of the button presses that I do. Sometimes you'll see I'll mess up the combo where right there's a little bit of a wait in the second punch because I hit the button, but it didn't pick it up because I had already hit the button once before. Now moving on to leg kicks drilling against my buddy Joe Adams here, which he's involved in a lot of drills. I think he's your training partner until someone comes and visits your camp, if you're doing really good. But sitting here getting some kick combos in, I believe I run into some of the same things where I'm trying to make it a quick combo and just pressing the buttons too fast and it just not wanting to register. And right here my dude just gets tired and I'm like, why is he kicking so slow? And then I remembered, even though it's not showing me a stamina bar, I still had to build up his stamina again to keep punching and fighting, But I'm pretty sure I get a black belt on every drill. This drill's about blocking, basically, weak and high. But what I really enjoy doing is parrying moves. And that's basically just dodging your opponent's attacks. I'm not the best at it, but I really enjoy doing it, because you can nail some pretty sick combos off of it if you do it right and time the right move afterwards. But yeah, I find it pretty fun. So I ended up with a black belt in that drill as well. The drills are pretty easy to start out. I mean, obviously they're a little easy because it's the first thing you do, when you start a game mode. And now it's time to spar with my buddy Joe here. And time to touch gloves and we start fighting. I kept missing punches there. I couldn't find my range, and he was sitting there hitting me with nasty combos and just dodging my punches. I have done a career mode on this game before. I believe I'm like 26-0, but I think I started it on easy. I'm playing this on normal difficulty, and it really caught up with me when I was in the sparring drill because my dude was just running out of stamina immediately. And Joe here was pretty much kicking my ass, and I was getting really annoyed by it. He was just dodging pretty much everything I threw and hitting me with punches left and right pretty much. I dodged him there and got a good parry counter right there, but didn't really phase him too much. I mean, he stumbled a little bit, but didn't knock him down. But I did get some clean hits in, but I don't think it was enough in the end. Comes in with the Superman punch and catches me. But yeah, that spar didn't really go too well for me. I could have performed a lot better. And as you can see there, they gave Joe Adams the win. So I technically lost that sparring battle, which doesn't really happen often, and it shouldn't happen often, but like I said, playing on a different difficulty caught up with me there. I didn't really expect to run out of stamina immediately, pretty much like I did. Like, whenever you would throw 2 punches, you'd immediately be out of stamina again. But now, another letter from Mike here. I think we're going into clinch drills. I really enjoy clinch drills because if you get into tie clinch, you can land some serious damage with those knees. But this drill I find really, really funny. The entire objective of this training drill is to get your guy into a tie clinch, which is probably the most deadly clinch in the UFC, and just slip behind him and just basically cuddle him. But you know what? If I get a black belt for doing that, I'm happy. And here's where you get to start landing the knees and punches. This clinch is so brutal. Brutal. That's not even a word. Beautiful and brutal. I was trying to combine both of those words. But I find this drill kind of stupid because in my mind, I don't see any reason to try to punch somebody from the tie clinch because, you know, the whole objective is to keep their head controlled, and if you're going punching people, unless you have really good grip with your other hand, you know, they have an opportunity to slip out. But maybe that's just me. But God, I love those knees to the head. Them suckers hurt. But there's another black belt. And now time to spar out of the clinch with my buddy Joe here. Time to fight. I didn't have my controller at the start there, so that explains that. He got me up against the cage immediately, which I'm admittedly really bad at transitions and transition defense. As you can see, he catches me right there with an immediate knee to the head. But I get back in the clinch, and I'm sitting there trying to get in tie control, and when I do, I mean, I land a couple of knees and stuff, but every time he slips out of it. That's one thing I need to work on myself, is my transition controls and like transition blocking and passing blocking. I'm not very good at, admittedly, and he annoyed me with his stepping on my foot that he did every time I got him in the tie clinch. But as you can see, he gets right back out of it because I just don't know how to defend that. That's something that I need to work on and figure out how to do better at. But I'm catching him here with some solid knees, mainly to the leg, because I got tired of getting him into the tie clinch because it's a lot of work. And in this drill, it wasn't really effective because he would just immediately get back out of it again. But there's the end of the drill there. And he catches me with a knee like 2 seconds after the drill's over. I'm like, really, Joe? Come on. But as you can see, I'm the winner of that spar. Caught him with 6 out of 6 significant strikes, so that isn't too bad. And I'm not sure what's next here. Oh yeah, wonderful ground technique. Again, a lot of ground game in UFC is transitioning to get a better position on your opponent, and in this game, I find transitions to be a struggle against the computer because to me they're extremely good at blocking your transition attempts. And the same with takedowns. You have to have perfect timing to block a computer player's takedown in this game. But as you can see, that was a nice simple takedown drill, got a black belt in it. And this one's getting out of submissions, which is fairly easy because he only stops you a little bit. And submissions are pretty easy to get out of in this game, but only if you know what you're doing and know how to get out of them, what you have to do. But one thing I really enjoy in this game is submitting other people. Of course it's really easy in this drill because he doesn't try to get out of it, but there's nothing in this game that I've really found more exciting than, blocking them from getting out of your submission, and they're getting really close to getting out of it, but then you get that transition, that next level of the submission, and, it resets them, and there's nothing they can do. As you can see there, poor Joe got knocked out, choked him out, but I think he'll be alright. I hope anyways. But now it's time to spar out on the ground, which was definitely an interesting spar. You'll see how it goes here in a second. Here you go, back with the ground spar. Touch gloves and everything, and I don't know why he was swinging with the objective of this being to take me down, but he does get the takedown. I was trying to have my guy take him down, but he just wouldn't do it. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong, but I get the takedown on him here. I get into side control, land some good hits, but my ultimate goal in this drill was to secure a sparring win, and I wanted to submit him for sure. Right here, in my mind, I wanted to do some sort of choke, but I'm assuming my guy didn't have that choke equipped, and right there is a very bad position that I just wanted to get out of. But I get him in full guard right here, and I start trying to get a submission because I know that'll be a secure win in this drill, in this sparring round. And so there's nothing you can do about it. I get him in a submission hold here, holding him off pretty good, advance to that stage. It's looking pretty good. Right here, though, I somehow flick the left stick just too late, and he gets out of it. So I'm right back going for it again, It says there's 0 seconds left in the round, so he gets saved, basically, by the clock in that one, because I wasn't going to fail that submission again. And I get crowned the winner of that one. I'm not sure why, because he got 32 total strikes on me, compared to my 5 total. But, hey, I'll take it. And now, it's time for the Ultimate Fighter elimination fight, the fight that determines whether or not you get into the Ultimate Fighter and have that chance to win a contract in the UFC. Which I think it's pretty cool that they implemented this into the new games, because from what I remember back in the old UFC Undisputed games, like on PlayStation 3 and all that, it was pretty much you just created your fighter and you were immediately in the UFC. There was no having to go through something to get in. But here out comes my opponent, Philip Guerra, fighting out of Coconut Beach, Florida. Which, he's kind of scary looking, but, not whatever. And they didn't have a single city in the state I'm from, so I ended up just setting that I'm from Las Vegas. He has the 5-inch reach advantage, and he definitely uses it. He definitely uses it in this fight against me, I will say. Starting out here, pretty slow. I'm just looking. I learned from that stand-up sparring drill I had with my partner in training that I'm going to run out of stamina very quick when I'm on the stand-up game, so I'm just looking to land combos. I'm not really trying to, just start swinging like crazy, because I know immediately I'll be out of energy and he can just do practically whatever he wants. So basically I'm just kind of going with little 1-2s and stuff, but as I'm doing that, he's still catching me with punches, so it's kind of a win-lose. Part of me was really wanting to parry his kicks and punches and try to get good landing counter shots, but that didn't work out really well for me in this fight. But I kept trying, dodged him there, but only caught him with a jab, so it didn't really affect him too much, didn't really phase him. And he catches me good there with that uppercut and then the kick, and he tries to take me down, but I was able to defend that one, which doesn't happen very much against the computer in this damn game. And it was a pretty interesting fight to start out. You know, I go for the takedown, he defends it pretty well, I'll imagine, because I know I'm a mixed martial artist. I can win this fight if I get it on the ground. I'm probably not going to win a stand-up fight because my dude's stamina issues, but I just want to get it on the ground. And you can see here I get him with the one-leg takedown. I'm trying to transition into a dominant position. Full guard is pretty deadly because he can submit me from there. But, you know, he transitions over to this, but I transition back into this spot, and I don't want to be in this spot. I can get easily knocked out from there, so I decide to get out of it and just start over again. I'm catching him with some good combos, but it's not really affecting him too much. He's really unfazed. He's just chilling, trading punches with me, and I know I'm not going to win that fight if I'm trading punches with somebody. But I'm catching him pretty good. I've got him cut above his eye, and right there I rock him with that kick, but I realized it a little late and pretty much didn't have the energy to take advantage of it anyways if I had noticed it on time. But yeah, so I rocked him, but definitely wasn't enough to win the fight, and he's bleeding above that eye, and I can definitely tell if I can keep attacking it, you know, it might get a little weaker and it might give me an advantage. But if I'm just sitting here swinging away, I'm just draining my stamina, and he's catching me with solid hits still, even though I rocked him. He's definitely not out of the fight. But I'm definitely going to keep trying, you know. Got 10 seconds left in the round here. And at this point, I'm thinking, you know, I'm just going to catch him with a solid hit at the end of the round, and I give him a good kick there. And that'll be the end of the first round for me. You know, I got caught with some big hits, but I did rock him and took him down, I think, once. Given he took me down. But on to round 2 we go, you know. And come in, we're just kind of teeing off on each other, which I don't want that to be the fight. I know I'll lose that fight if we just stand up and keep hitting each other. And you can just see my stamina bar just draining. Even when he's hitting me, it's just going down, and I'm blocking his hits, and it's just going down. But I catch his kick there, and I can't capitalize, but all this time he's still hitting me in the body and the head. He's hitting me everywhere, and I start realizing I need to change something or I'm going to lose this fight, you know? So I'm just trying to take it nice and slow. I catch his leg there, but my punch just misses. My counter punch just barely misses, and that could have changed the fight. But it's all about that reach, and I just didn't have a long enough reach to capitalize on that. Maybe if I was like a couple inches taller, that could have ended the fight. But he takes me down pretty smooth there, but I'm in full guard. And I know this is an advantageous position in this game, so I'm just trying to submit him. You know, he gets me into side control. Well, I don't know what position they call this, but my goal is to get him into full guard right here, and I'm trying to tap him out. He starts trying to get out of it, going for an arm bar, I believe here. I advance it. It's looking good. He keeps trying to get out, but I keep advancing it. And eventually here, he gets really close to getting out there, but I still get to the next level. And it starts looking like I might win this fight in an arm bar. You know, get to the last level. I advance it, and he taps out. Fight over. Winner by submission. I didn't know if that was how my first fight was going to go, but it was definitely a good fight. Here you can just see on the replay, I just lock in that submission and bend that arm, and he just doesn't want to fight anymore. He just doesn't want to deal with that pain that the arm bar is causing him. Given I never want to end up in an arm bar because I bet that shit hurts. But you can just see he's even kicking his legs. He wants to just be out of there, so the ref smartly calls the fight. And he looks pretty disappointed, and I'm pretty happy because I know I won. The ref here is about to lift my arm up, and I'm about to advance to the house and being the ultimate fighter. which I'm really excited about. As you can see in the post-fight statistics, it was definitely his fight. If it wasn't for that submission, I definitely probably would have lost that. But I managed to get him to tap out, and hey, a win's a win. And now, it is time to find out if I'm going to be on Team Henderson or Team Diaz in the Ultimate Fighter. We'll see where I get picked. Look at that dude's hair. I don't want to fight him. He'll have a cushion. Hung Ching. Garrett Velasquez, I guess it should be. John Harris. Matthias Bonnet. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Clifton Dixon. Ben Lee. Nice simple name. He's kind of short. Alvaro Mercer. Alexis Beach. And I get picked 14th, and I'm on Team Diaz, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But I think that'll be it for this video. Next video will probably be my first and maybe even second fight in the Ultimate Fighter. We'll have to see. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Dog23 Gaming saying peace.